Dreads. I'm back with my 5-month dread update, dread anniversary. It's actually a little over a week since my actual 5 months, so it's been about 10 days over that. Had a lot of things going on, a lot of things going on that I had to take care of, which everything's good, but I had to handle business. Not too much has changed with my dreadlocks, besides the fact that they are tighter, but I did maintenance them about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little longer than 2 weeks ago. So they're still pretty tight though for being maintenance that long ago. They're still pretty tight. I've only done that was actually pretty much my second maintenance, because I started them out with the back combing and crochet method. I did that, the initial start, and then I I crocheted them again around 3 months, and then around right before 5 months, I maintenance them again. They were getting a little crazy. That was 2 months. I had about 2 inches of hair at the base of them that weren't dreaded, and it was just, they were kind of like, it was loose hair, so they were just like flopping all around. I wanted to kind of get them a little closer, not too close. Like I said, if you want to check out that about maintenance and around the roots and stuff, check out my last video. It's pretty, that's my method. Maybe not the best method, maybe not, what works for you, but it's what works for me. But this is my dreadlocks. 5 months of dreadlocks. I've also noticed some length. If you look at it, I do got some length going. This right here, this one is probably sooner than the past, and you can probably tell from even that video, it's tightened up. It's tightened up quite a bit. It's real thin, really thin, which I love it. This is probably one of my favorite ones, and I could always find it now. I know where it's hiding. But see, just to compare them, this is probably my skinniest one. And I think this is my biggest one, if I'm not mistaken. So if you could see the difference in the thickness, which I tried as I did my best to keep all of the sections even, because that was the biggest issue with my last set of locks. Some of them were about maybe 3/4. I think that my smallest one that I had was a 3/4 of an inch. So it was kind of small as some of these right here. And then I had some that were more than an inch, maybe an inch and a half. So I had real big dreads, a couple of big ones, and then there were smaller ones. And I liked it. I liked the way it looked. I liked the contrast in them. I like that. But at the end of the day, with the style I had, which is the same style, shaved on the sides, there wasn't enough dreadlocks. Like a lot of times, if I wear my hair down, people don't even know that I have it shaved on the side, because my hair's so thick. I have so many dreadlocks that, once they do get a certain length, you're not even going to be able to tell that I have it shaved on the side. Like I said, I've got more dreads than most people have on their whole head. Like, I have 98 dreads, and let's look at these little suckers. Can you see them with the white background? I got quite a few dreads. Let's headbang for a minute. My dreads, they're maintenance, they're maintained. I don't do, like I tell you, that's the only maintenance I've done. Minus, there's been a couple of incidents where maybe I took a shower, maybe one of them got loose. Maybe one of them got a little looser than I liked, so I might have went in there and just did that one, fixed that one, or this or that. But I'm not constantly going through there, picking and prodding with them, because that was one of the big things with my last ones. It was kind of like an OCD. It's like, I kept my lock sculptor in there in the living room, and I'd be watching TV. I'd have friends over there. No matter what I was doing, I was always messing with it. So this time around, I said, you know what? I'm not going to maintenance them unless they need it. And they're doing pretty good, which, like I said, I've got some length. I'm noticing some length in them now. For some reason, the dreads, even with my last set of locks, or even when I grow my hair out, my hair at the front grows slower than the rest of my hair. But you see, this one, almost 2 handfuls. But then this one is right there, 2 handfuls. So it's like, there's a difference there, a little bit longer in the back, which I completely shaved my head, so they were all the same length. So that's just, I guess that's how the front of my hair grows. But, that's another thing I want to point out. Even the longer you have your locks, the tighter they're going to get. And even this one, as skinny as it is now, I guarantee that within the next couple months it's going to thicken up some. Maybe not by much, but it's going to thicken up some, because that's just it. If you look at this dread right here, this one is like I said, it's about my thickest one that I got, and it shrunk up fast, very fast. If you look at it and compare it to one that's right beside it, the same length, should be the same length, it's like directly beside it, you'll see there's a little bit of a difference there, which my dreads, they're going pretty fast. Like when I first started them, when I first locked them, they weren't even an inch. Like my dreads were like this big when I first started them. Of course, like after a couple of weeks, they expanded because, the knots were fairly new, they were fresh, so they didn't hold as well. So, I started out with very, very small locks. Like my hair was only 5 inches, maybe 5.5 inches when I started them, and I lost about more than half of that when I did it, because I did the back combing and crocheting. So my dreads are growing pretty quickly. But at the same time, as you can see with this one, once they also start maturing, you're going to kind of come to a standstill, or at least with this example is because I guess it just wanted to lock up a little faster than the other ones. But you can see the difference in the size, this one really ain't a good comparison because it was a little higher, so it's going to have a little more length on it. But these are my dreadlocks. Let me do a 360 for you. I just literally got off of work not even an hour ago, so my dreads, they're, like I said, I wear them wrapped up, so they're always laying back. And yeah, so they're all over the place right now, just shaking them around. But let me do a 360 for you. I'm sorry I'm looking in the mirror so much. I'm trying to see what you see. But here they are. Let me do a quick 360. You can see the length. Where's that? I always gotta tell because it's real thick by the root. Right there. You see it's a little shorter than the rest of them. The rest of them kind of hang around the side of it, I guess. But, yeah, that's them. That's the back side of my head. The other side. Let's see. So here's the top of my dreadlocks. And as you can see, I'm maintaining some, but there's still tons of loose hair because, there's no possible way to get every single strand, which I'm not that much of a perfectionist, as long as the majority of it's in, they'll eventually pull themselves in and tighten in, which, I've seen done over and over. But these are my dreads. This has been five months for dreadlocks. I hope it kind of gives you some motivation of what to look forward to. Maybe if you've been on the fence about it, you can have, you can have whatever kind of dreads you want. If you want to have free-form dreads, where they're just wild and free, do that. You could do that. If you want to have maintained dreads, you can maintain them. So I'm just saying, no matter what kind of dreadlocks you want, you could have them. I personally prefer to have maintained dreadlocks, which it's just a personal preference for myself. It doesn't mean that I think it's better than any other kind of form. It's just the way that I prefer to do it, But anyway, this has been Infectious Dreads. I appreciate you checking out my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, leave a like. Hope you subscribe for more videos. I should put up, I try to put up one once a week. The last couple of weeks have been a little busy, but I'm going to try to. I got a couple of videos that still need to be edited and everything, and I'm going to try to get it taken care of. But it's been Infectious Dreads. Peace.